Huge win for Mississippi State on Sunday. It's the one game this season I think I'm going to miss, or I did miss it. I'd hope to not miss any more. I took 2 vacation days, and I missed the Ole Miss game, which was packed, and I'm very sad that I missed that. Not sad, less sad, given that we lost. If we had won, there would have been like, well, I missed an incredible, late win, but we lose that game. But on Sunday, Purcell did what I kind of thought he was going to do. I don't remember if I said it to y'all, but I definitely said to someone, I was like, with Vanderbilt and Kentucky back-to-back home games, I'm like 95% confident we're going to win one of them. Because the last 2 years, Purcell's gotten a top 10 win. 2023, it was LSU at home. 2024 was number 10, Oklahoma. 2 huge wins. And so I've kind of just come to like not expect it because it's, that would be it
kind of sounds like you're expecting it, though.
I didn't expect it, but the vibes were there. I wouldn't go into every season expecting it, but knowing this team and having watched this team play every game, I was expecting it from this team. I wouldn't put that on every team having, if I don't know how the team's going to look, but having seen this team play, I was kind of expecting it. And they showed out. It was kind of crazy. A lot of it was shooting dependent. And that's one thing I'll be watching going forward. We shot 38% from 3. They shot 17% from 3. I believe they attempted like 31 attempts to our 16 maybe. And then we were 65% from the free throw line to their 53. So you can call out of that luck. I think that if we play Kentucky again, they would shoot better than that. But where we really dominated was the boards. Favor Nnadozie had a fantastic day, another double-double with 10 points and 21 rebounds. And then our best scorers, Treyana Crisp and Carissa Richardson, both had great nights. 16 points for Crisp, 4 out of 5 from 3. And then Richardson, 23 points, 9 of 13 from the floor. It's going well. We're now 2-4 in SEC play, but those 4 losses, one of them was to Vandy, one of them was to Oklahoma, one of them was to Tennessee. The Tennessee loss and the Vandy loss were both close. Vandy was by 5. Tennessee was it may have been by a little over 10, but that Tennessee game was tough. But yeah, State's trending up. We are now projected 9 seed. We moved up from a 10 seed.
Dope.
Projected to go back to California for the second year in a row, this time to UCLA. Last year we went to USC and won a first-round matchup before losing to USC in the second round, I believe. So it's trending up. I saw someone on Twitter about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think I talked about this, who was like, Coach Purcell needs to do something before he begs people to come to his games. I work every game. I go to every game, and I love it. I cheer when I can. When I'm not technically working, if I can stand in the corner and make some noise, I will. But I was like, what do you want from him? He's got 2 top 10 wins in the last 2 seasons. He's made the tournament 2 out of 3 years. Now he's up to 3 tournament wins in two appearances. What more do you want? And now this huge win. I really hope that it kind of roller coasters, kind of rolls into more attendance from students, more attendance from fans, louder hum. Because I can remember the days of Vic Schaefer of literally, I believe this the most people ever had in the hump was for a women's basketball game against South Carolina. So I remember that game in person. I really hope that we can kind of get back to that. But big win. I watched the entire thing. I had it on my phone while me and all the boys were watching the NFL game on the big TV. But crazy. It was so much fun to watch that and see everything clicking well. Yeah.
It's a critical win. It snapped a 4-game losing streak. And that it a critical time to do it too, because next 2 games on the road, you felt like you needed to grab at least one of these 2, which speaks to the desperation that might have been played in this kind of game. And it showed, I thought, in the fourth quarter with the effort defensively, especially turning the ball over a ton. I think Kentucky had 5 turnovers in the fourth quarter. It was 47-51 with 8 minutes left, and we go on a 20-12 run to end the game. And a lot of that was shown in the defensive intensity and then hitting some really critical threes. The Purcell notion, which again it continues to be a notion in every damn sport at this university, of the Jans notion or the Levy notion, or now rightfully so it was the Lamonis motion for 3 years, but even in his first year following the national championship, it was the Lamonis notion of oh, he can't get it done. He'll never get it done.
Yeah.
We will never win a game. We'll never win a big game. We'll never make the tournament again. We'll never do this, do that, do that. We'll never recruit this player. You know, they've all had their ups and downs. They've all had their peaks and valleys, but all of them have accomplished things, and they have accomplished. Levy has accomplished making a bowl game and winning an SEC game,
Shout out
considering everything that the program was in with the death of Mike Leach. I do think that deserves to be celebrated, and I do think you look towards this season in a positive light while his job might be on the line. But for Jans and Purcell especially, it has been pure stupidity anytime people have criticized the two.
Yeah.
Because all they've done is put State in the tournament, put them in favorable positions, win a big game here or there. Jans has actually won less than Purcell has.
Yeah.
In terms of big games, especially in the hump. So I hate that people will be so short-sighted and will just are too prone to forget. You know, you walk into for Jans, especially you walk into a Humphrey Coliseum where you see, you know, just 3 banners of tournament appearances on them, and one of those banners is only Chris Jan's appearances. Purcell, we've obviously had a much better basketball program before him, but he's put the team in the tournament. He's won games. I hate the people that are so quick to react in terms of bad performances. So
yeah, I didn't get a chance to go back and do the research because I don't really know what resources I would use, but I would love to know like other coaches who've gotten 3 top 10 wins in their first 4 years. Like it can't be a lot because especially women's basketball is different from men's basketball. Until I would say the mid 2010s, women's basketball was like the top 2 to 3 teams in the country and everybody else, and that was kind of it. I like the team that was ranked, you know, first was going to win the championship, or you know, top 5. There's so much more parity now.
It was
in
always
women's
a
basketball.
joke about when you're filling out your women's bracket.
Yeah.
Picking UConn.
You were picking UConn, and then
You're just
before
picking the
that,
high
it was
seed every
Tennessee.
round.
It was Tennessee. Oh yeah, there was one year where it was the high seed, you know, the 4-1 seeds, and then the 8 1s and 2s. But it was UConn from 2000 until 2017, and before that, it was Tennessee for years and years. It's not the same anymore, so I think that might skew the, you know, top 10 wins a little bit because there's more parity now. It is, I think, easier to get those top 10 wins, but it's still really impressive from Purcell, and he's done it in, you know, in the last 3 years after building it up year 1 and not having one in his first year, making the tournament,
He
getting
hasn't
2
had a
wins.
consistent roster either.
Mm-mm.
Been a lot of roster turnover every single year. So
Yeah.
to do it every single year that's impressive as well.
Yep.
Yeah.